What a year to be a woman. The popularity of female athletes dominating the sporting world has been incredible.
You know, some people might even call it a vibe. An Atlanta vibe. Right now, we're joined by the CEO and owner of this city's first professional women's volleyball team, the Atlanta Vibe.
Colleen Craig, welcome. It's such a joy to have you here. This is the inaugural year for the Vibe, and you guys really kicked it off with a win. So let's take a look at some of the highlights.
You got to play in the very first match. That's huge. You got to win the first match. So proud of you. Woo! Oh, you guys!
So Vibe win first match in Pro Volleyball Federation history. Why is it you think volleyball has taken off the way it did? It was always popular in the Olympics, but we've never seen it be a professional sport like we are now.
Yeah, and what most people don't know is volleyball is the largest team sport for girls in the United States. Yeah, it's actually larger than basketball and it's larger than soccer, and people don't realize that. So now, this is the first year of this league, so we actually have an opportunity to showcase that and put a platform forward for these athletes to show their stuff. So it's phenomenal to see that, and these young athletes have someone to aspire to and look up to. It's been fantastic.
So you weren't surprised when Nebraska sold out the women's volleyball game?
Well, no, that was no surprise. It's 92,003 world record. I think it was FIFA World Cup soccer before that. Who would have ever imagined? So I think their goal was originally, let's rent a football stadium. I mean, think about that. We're going to rent a football stadium and we're going to put a volleyball match in the center, and let's see if we can get 30 to 40,000. 92,000 people later. And what happened was the state got behind it, the university shut down, the infrastructure. When people come together with intentionality, it's amazing what can happen with intentionality.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
And it's not just the attendance, it's also those watching on TV. I mean, you guys were opposite a football game, and yet still you were able to bring in millions of viewers.
That's right. So this year, for the first time, we had a network that broadcast the NCAA championship live. We had 1.7 million viewers.
Yes.
And by the way, you guys were talking about stats earlier. I love statistics. That's my background.
Yes.
As well. When you look at that, that is larger than the Wimbledon finals for women. That is actually larger than some of these other sporting events that people classically think, okay, they're dominant. And this is just at the infancies. So we're just super excited about what can happen next.
So what's your background? How'd you get into volleyball?
That is a good question. No, I played in college. I was a walk-on in volleyball and track. I know there's some track athletes here. So I played again in college. Then I went on and I was really in business. So it's unfortunate. What happens now, for like my story, is I played and then you're done. So right now, if you want to play volleyball, you have to go overseas. You hang it up, or you go overseas to play. So now this league has a living wage and a salary. So for me, I went into business, and then I really never heard from it, like the sport. It's something that you spend your days in, what that's like, and all this.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Away. And I have 3 boys and had a family, and I was doing the whole financial services, business side. And I was like, what can I do for my career that is really giving back? And I think you can, and maybe you guys can relate to this. You look back at your story, and you can see how the pieces come together. I was out of projected, and I just feel like I'm very fortunate to be in a position where I can leverage my network and background to help provide. I'm just one little small cog in this massive system and ecosystem of which you guys are part of. Thank you for giving us a platform to tell our stories.
Oh my God.
There's everyone coming together.
Yeah, and I can feel the passion in your voice.
Yes.
The excitement. I have so many fond childhood memories of actually playing volleyball and then watching it. It's just so stressful. The ball is up in the air the whole time. You're like, somebody's going to get it. So how did it feel for you? Considering your experience and you playing volleyball, and now getting to coach a team, getting to own a team, and seeing a new generation of volleyball players, female volleyball players?
Yeah, it's fantastic. And I think I have a little bit different perspective than maybe some of the other team owners because I played. So I really have chatted with each of the athletes. I'd like to be on the court. As you can hear, my voice is gone because we had a match last night. So, yelling and being involved. So I think it just brings a different perspective because we do want athletes first and we want them taken care of. We have a story. One of our athletes did play overseas in Italy. She got a concussion, and within 4 days, they were like, get back on the court. Like there's just not that attention to what their needs are. So trying to bring that for the athletes right out of the gate is super important.
What are you teaching your 3 boys about women by owning this team?
Well, it's really fascinating. So one of my sons he's really into football, and he's into the fantasy and the stats and all those things, right? But he's been watching us talk about it and in our house, watching this grow, our logo, watching that unveil, and now seeing it come to life. So he's learning the business of sports. He's watching me grow in that role as well. He's seeing with the athletes, and he was sitting down watching a game, and he said to me, Mom, can I get stats? Like, he wants to bet on it, like fantasy football.
Wow.
But what that tells me is for this generation, there's no inhibitors. There's no women's sports, men's sports. It's just entertainment and action and excitement, and how do I get involved with that?
Yeah.
That's how it should be. So it's super exciting to see that.
Colleen, thank you so much for being with us, and you've definitely got the vibe.